Shalom, it's the brother Taz of Ashar back with a lesson. GMS on the sit downs. Want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS for teaching us this truth. And shalom to all the sincere Akyam who push this word in sincerity and truth. Today's lesson is named It's the Lord, not karma, that recompensed. You got people in the world talking about karma this, karma that. You cheated on your girl, and now she cheated on you. That's karma. That's not karma, man. This is Yahawah Shai that recompense things upon yourself, man. If you do evil, outside the thing that I just gave an example of. Because if you take another wife, if you take another woman, if you lay down with another woman, that's not evil. A man can have multiple wives, but that's a different story. The Most High will recompense evil upon your own head if you do wicked, man. That's how the Most High works. So this is not karma, man. I'm gonna go through few scriptures that show you how the Most High deals and how the Most High works, man. This is Eshter, chapter 3, verse 1, and this is during the time of Ahasuerus, the king. So it says, after these things did Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. So this Haman is an Agagite, which Agagite is a Elamite, Amalekite, Slakia. It's an Amalekite, the so-called Jew, fake Jew, Gaza. If I'm correct, Agagite. It's an Agagite is an Amalekite, and advanced him, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him, and all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman. So this guy got a higher position, fucking Edomite got a higher position. So he's happy, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. So who's this Mordecai? Mordecai is an Israelite, man. Mordecai is an Israelite. Let's see what his name means. Mordecai. God. Mordecai, little man, a worshipper of Mars, a Jew who returned from exile to Zerubbabel. Okay, Mordecai. So this is Mordecai, man. This is an Israelite. What happened was Mordecai, he basically told a servant of the king Ahasuerus that they was gonna kill him. That is his story. He told the servant that they was gonna kill the king, so that prevented the death of the king. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandment? Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman, to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew, that he was an Israelite. So these king's servants that were around the gate wanted this man to bow down, but he was a proud Israelite, man. He was not gonna bow down to no heathen king, Mordecai, man. I'm Mordecai, man, So he was not gonna give reverence to the king nor bow down to him. So then this fake Jew comes, who just got a higher position, So this guy pulls up to the scene, and when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. Then was Haman full of wrath, a so-called Jew full of wrath of a real Hebrew Israelite, descendant of Jacob, chosen by the Heavenly Father. He was a full of wrath, like it says. And he thought scorned to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai. So this man was so angry. Hey man, he was seeking to kill all the Israelites only because this man did not bow down. So that shows you the hatred of Amalek, man. This shows you the hatred of Esau, the so-called white man, the so-called Jew, the devil, man. He wanted to kill the whole nation of Israel only because this man did not bow down. So this is the friction to begin with. So Mordecai, he was proud. He was not gonna bow down to Haman nor to the king. This is Esther chapter 5 verse 9. Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with a glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, so this man. Oh wait. Maybe I should start up. No, let me just read 9 from 9. Let me read it again. Then went Haman forth that day joyful and with a glad heart. So he was happy. He was like, yeah, man, I feel this day, man. Let's go. I'm ready to do this thing. He had a joyful and glad heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he stood not up nor moved for him, he was full of indignation against Mordecai. So this man was full of hate against Mordecai, man. Seeing this man ruin this whole day. And this is how these so-called Jews look at us too, man. This is how this so-called white man looks at us too, man. When we are good in all these things to accomplish, and they see we do everything better than them, hey, they are full of wrath, man. They are full of indignation against the Israelites. So this so-called Jew was full of indignation. It ruined his whole day. So verse 10. Nevertheless, Haman refrained himself, and when he came home, he sent and called for his friends and Zeresh his wife. And Haman told them of the glory of his riches and the multitude of his children, and all the things wherein the king had promoted him, and how he had advanced him above the princes and servants of the king. Haman said moreover, yea, Eshter the queen did let no man come in with the king unto the banquet that she had prepared but myself. So he was boasting towards his family. He was talking about the raise that he got, the things that he's doing right now. And tomorrow I am invited unto her also with the king. So this man was sitting next to the king and the queen, man, which Esther is also a Israelite. Yet all this availeth me nothing, so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the gate, king's gate. So all these things didn't give him pleasure, because Mordecai, this Israelite, he was still sitting at the king's gate and did not bow down and didn't give reverence to him. He basically turned his face around when this fool Haman started talking, because he thought he was something. Verse 14. Then said Zeresh his wife and all his friends unto him, let gallows be made of 50 cubits high, and tomorrow speak thou unto the king that Mordecai may be hanged thereon. Then go thou merrily with the king unto the banquet. And the thing pleased Haman, and he caused the gallows to be made. Now for you people that don't know what a gallows is, these are gallows, man. You hang people on it. And you hang people on it. gallows. So he was gonna prepare gallows for Mordecai and whoever else, because his indignation was so heavy, man. Hey, not normal. So now you see, this is the nature of these Edomites, man. These Edomites right now have so many riches, they have so much money, and I'm talking about the so-called Jews, the Amalekites, the same as Haman. They have so much money, but still they don't pleasure in it, and they only seek to destroy the Israelites. That's the only goal, man, to destroy the Israelites. So there you see, hey, Haman was a Amalekite. These so-called white people out here, these so-called Illuminati, they are Amalekites too, man. They have the same exact spirit as Haman. So this is Esther chapter 6 verse 1. On that night could not the king sleep, and he commanded to bring the book of records of the chronicles, and they were read before the king. And it was found written that Mordecai had told Bigthana and Teresh, two of the king's chamberlains, the keepers of the door, who sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus. So this is the act that Mordecai had done, and it was found written therein, that Mordecai had told verse 3. And the king said, what honor and dignity had been done to Mordecai for this? Then said the king's servants that ministered unto him, there is nothing done for him. And the king said, who is in the court? Now Haman was come into the outward court of the king's house to speak unto the king to hang Mordecai. So he was on his way to hang Mordecai, to ask the king if he could hang Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for him. And the king's servant said unto him, behold, Haman standeth in the court. And the king said, let him come in. So Haman came in, and the king said unto him, what shall be done unto the man whom the king delighted to honor? Now Haman thought in his heart, to whom would the king delight to do honor more than to myself? So this man was fucking proud too, man. The king wanted to bestow honor upon someone else besides him, and he was like, well, this is strange, who is he talking about? If he's not talking about me, this is a strange thing, man. And Haman answered the king, for the man whom the king delighted to honor. So he was asking, so who you want to put honor on? Who you want to bestow honor on? Let the royal apparel be brought which the king used to wear, the royal apparel, and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head. And let this apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighted to honor, and bring him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaim before him, thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighted to honor. Then the king said to Haman, make haste, and take the apparel and the horse as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew. Oh shit. So this Edomite, hey man, this guy, he got a knife in his heart, man. The man who he hated the most, he had to bring all these riches towards him. The skin, this crown, this royal apparel, all these things he had to bring to the guy who he hates the most. Can you picture this, man? These Amalekites bringing all these goodly stuff towards us, royal apparel. Well, y'all Edomites better prepare for this, because this thing is gonna happen, man, and it's gonna happen for 1,000 years, man. And we call this thing slavery. So going on, let me read that again. Then the king said unto Haman, make haste, and take the apparel and the horse as thou hast said, and do even so to Mordecai the Jew that sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken. Then took Haman the apparel and arose and arrayed Mordecai, and brought him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaimed before him, Thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighteth honor. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate, but Haman hasted to his house, mourning, and having his head covered. And Haman told Zeresh his wife and all his friends everything that had befallen him. Then said his wise man and Zeresh his wife unto him, If Mordecai be of the seed of the Jews, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him, but shalt surely fall before him. So it's well known that if you try to come against the children of the Most High, Yasha Allah, that you're gonna fall, man. When the people of the Most High, Yahawah Shai, are praising the Lord, doing the thing righteous in the sight of the Lord, nobody can come against us, man. So his wife even told him, man, hey, if this man is truly an Israelite, man, then you're gonna fall, man. You know. So his wife is telling him this, man. Hey, that's another knife in the heart, man. That's an axe thrown towards the heart, man. Pierced through the heart. If your wife is telling you that you're gonna fall because of another man, who is an Israelite, a nation which you hate the most. Hey, this Amelekite, he was fucked up in his heart, man. You know. So now I'm going to the point. Yeah, let me start at 6. So here it comes. Esther chapter 7 verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and the enemy is wicked. Gone. Yeah, let me just tell the story that came before. Yeah. Esther, the king asked Esther if she had something to, ask of the king, and she will get it. So it says, and Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. So Esther spoke about someone wicked who she wanted to get rid of. And then the king asked, yeah, well, who is it? And then she said, well, this is this wicked guy Haman. And the king was like, well, this is my servant, this is my prince. And the king arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath went into the palace garden, and Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen, for he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king. So now this man wants to kneel before an Israelite man, because he saw that, hey, the king is gonna fuck me up, man. He saw that the king was gonna fuck me up. He was thinking that. So he went to request for his life to Esther. Basically he went to beg for his life, man. Basically he went to beg, to ask, like, hey, can you spare my life? Can you say something good for me to the king? Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was. So he was by the bedside of Esther, man. Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house? What does this thing mean? Will he force the queen also? Meaning, is he gonna rape the queen also before me in the house? As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. So directly when the king was saying this in his wrath, they put things over his head. Boom! They tackled him, They covered Haman's face. And then it says, and Harbona, one of the chamberlains, said before the king, behold also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good of the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon. So, so they hanged Haman on the gallows that they had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified. So eventually this man was hung upon his own gallows, man, that he made for the Israelites to be hanged upon, man. And this is the thing that these worldly people like to talk about. This is karma. This is not karma, man. This is the mighty and powerful and glorious work of Yahawah Hashem Yahushai, man. And this is what he's gonna do to you Amalekites and Edomites in the future too, man. And this future is the future where we are living in right now, man. These days are gonna come to pass soon, man. This is the righteousness, man. This is the recompense. This is the so-called karma, which is coming for you Edomites, so-called white people, so-called Jews, fake Jews, Khazars. You know? Because y'all be doing some wicked things, man. In secret. The Illuminati, Freemasonry. They are doing secret things. Why? Only to break down the Israelites, man. Only to eliminate, destroy the Israelites. This is Proverbs chapter 26 verse 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. So this is what the world calls karma, man. This is the Most High. This is how the Most High sets things up. You know? And spiritually, but also physically, but spiritually said, these so-called white people are digging a lot of pits, man, for us Israelites. They're rolling a lot of stones towards us, man. If you look outside, you already see it, man. The chemtrails. If you open the fridge, your food, the GMO foods, it's fucked up, man. You know? So all these things will return upon his own head, man. You know? Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. You know? And this is the thing that Haman was doing too, man. He came home. First he was rejoiced. Then he saw Mordecai. He was irritated. He came home. You know, told his family about the things that happened. But at the end, he was devising iniquity upon his bed, man. He was thinking of a way how to destroy him. And then his people, his friends and stuff, they said, hey, well, let's hang him, man. Let's make gallows. So this is what they are doing right now too, man. These Amalekites, these so-called white people, they are looking for ways to devise iniquity, man. To work evil. They are thinking about ways to work evil, man. That's why they bring out all these things. And then they want to see the reaction of the people. And then they come with a solution how to handle a better way, how to handle properly. So-called white people, these fucking devils, man. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man in his heritage. That's what they did throughout all their rulership, man, of this so-called white man. This is what they did, man. They take them by violence and houses and take them away. This is what they do, man. Therefore thus said Yahawah, behold, against this family do I devise evil, from which ye say shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go hardly, for this time is evil. So the Most High will put evil upon these people, man. You know why? Because this is righteous for the Most High. This ain't no karma, man. This is Yahawah Hashem Yahushai's power, man. You know, this thing will fall upon his own head, man. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15. For the day of Yahawah Hashem Yahushai is near upon all the heathen. Yeah, not only the Edomites, man, but all these heathens too. Because all these heathens have rolled the stone towards us. All these heathens have digged a pit for us. You know? This thing is gonna come upon their own head eventually. But for now, it looks like Nothing is gonna happen. Hey, well, this shit is gonna pop off really, really soon, man. And then all the shit that have been devising to destroy us, Israelites, hey, the Most High is gonna turn it upon your own fucking head, man. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. This is recompense, man. This ain't no karma, man. This is the power of Yahawah, Ba'asham, Yahushai. You know, this is what's gonna happen soon. This is what happened to Haman, creating these devices to put Mordecai to death. Well, these devices which y'all have created to put us to death are gonna fall upon your own head, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, I'm gonna say Shalom.